I do have to go downtown and start like my work.
What's up guys, my name's Sean. If you're new to the channel, I'm a full-time eBay clothing reseller. My wife said that the grass was starting to die because I live in Texas and it's getting really hot, so I decided to do a bit of watering, and you know, it took like 25 minutes and that backs up my morning 25 minutes.
So I'm editing this video right now and I wanted to say I apologize for sounding so tired, but you're about to see why I'm tired with this weak representation of bench pressing. But continue on with the video. I promise you I like wake back up as the video goes on.
I decided to get a little workout in. I felt pretty good on the bench. I decided to go for like a 1 rep max. I'm trying to get back into lifting, and with the bench press, it's mainly like my right shoulder. I do a lot of band work to try to get it like loose, but if I feel strong that day and it's been a while, then meaning like a month, and I'll just go for like the 1 rep max rather than just rep ranges. I did okay finishing up with 195. Haven't hit that in like probably like a year and a half. So today we're gonna have to ship some items. We have a number of items going out for sale. Usually the eBay store does pretty good. We average at least $500 a day. Some days a lot more, some days a lot less. We list 30 items a day, and the store has about 4,800 items. So we're gonna go ahead and pull some of those right now. So pulling these eBay items is pretty smooth, but I have noticed when you have help, Randy can usually just look at the tablet here. I got this little tablet that shows me all the items in order, and whenever she's yelling them out, or not yelling out, but like calling them out, I can pick them without having to go back to the tablet. So it definitely is better when you have help doing this stuff, but if you have everything in order, it's really not too bad, but it definitely is a bit slower. This is a men's pair of 7 for All Mankind jeans. You can see that right here. These sold for $16.24 plus $8.99 shipping. You can still make pretty good money, you know, $25 if you're spending 5 or less. That's actually a pretty good range to profit in. And I stay in that range because most items at the thrift store are under $30. There are some items that are $50, $100, $200, but it's really hard to find those, and there's a lot of people looking for them. But there's also a lot of people that just pass on common items that sell every single day for me. When I got into eBay, I had no idea it was going to turn into the business that I have today. But I did start to notice just the extra money hitting the bank account, and it's really fun to go out there and find items. When I stuck to it, I realized that I was going to replace my 9 to 5 one of those days, and then I decided to actually do it 6 months earlier just because I felt like it was the time to take the chance and really just break away from having to make somebody else a millionaire and answer to their rule of law. You can pretty much just, you know, make your own way if you can make your own money and put the work in. Another good one here is this. This is actually Rock and Roll Cowboy, and if you look closely at the design, this is an Aztec print. Now, Aztec is a great keyword. If you find jackets, shirts, button-ups, pearl snaps that have any type of, I don't know what you would really qualify Aztec. You could just Google it and look up different things, but this just kind of screams Aztec to me. I don't know. I guess like you think of like Mayan pyramids maybe. I don't know, Aztecian people. I'm not really sure. Anyway, this sold for $39.99 plus $8.99 shipping. So when it comes to running an eBay business, when it comes to running any business, there are certain tasks you must do every day, whether it's an ice cream shop or a coffee shop or an eBay business or you're mowing lawns, anything. So what I have to do for my business is ship items. At the bare minimum, I have to get these orders out because I told eBay I would get items out within 1 business day, and my buyers expect that. That's part of the reason they bought with me, because they want to get the item quickly. As a business owner that's in this field, you have to get this stuff done. Now, another thing I like to do every day is I like to list items. The more items you list, typically the more items you sell, as long as they're items that people want to buy. So luckily I have that all done from yesterday. I try to stay a day ahead. I do not preload too much work unless I'm going on a vacation or a trip, but shipping is something I gotta get done. Anyway, we're packing up items. If you guys didn't know, you can buy colored bags. Jiaropack is a company that I partner with, so you can use Taylor 10 to get 10% off, but I like them. There's a lot of really cool colors, and that's what we're about to get into. All right, so I finished packing items, and there's some things I need to get together because I'm about to take a trip. Not really a trip, but I'm about to just venture out of the house. So some of those things include grabbing the wallet, the AirPods. I have this, which is actually a little, I don't know, it's like a little metal case that holds my business cards. And the thing about the business cards is I try to make it a point to talk to at least one person every day that I do not know, a stranger pretty much, and pretty much just tell them what I do. It's almost like that elevator speech. And the reason I do that is because I have a buy-sell trade store downtown in my town there's no Plato's Closets, Uptown Cheapskates, so I developed this buy sell trade store, which essentially is an off-site office for me and my worker to work at. But then I have a couple racks of clothes, and then I try to present to people the idea that if they want to sell their men's clothes to me, I will be able to buy them. So I have to make sure I get everything. The other thing I have to do is I have to pack up my computers. I've got the MacBook Pro, which I do my video editing on, and I really want to use that as like my main computer because it's obviously the best computer. But then this ThinkPad is like my shipping computer, and that's going to be kind of stationary. But you know, sometimes I just take them both with me because I do like the ThinkPad for listing on eBay, and I like the MacBook for doing videos like editing the one I'm filming today. So I'll probably just take both of them. And then I try to think like, what else do I need before I leave? There's like a water bottle that I grab. I usually grab an apple, something to kind of keep me nourished throughout the day. And we're gonna head on out. I do have to go to the post office and drop these off. That's usually pretty harmless, and usually that's where I find somebody to talk to because people are usually a little surprised when they see so many packages being dropped off, and sometimes they just want to ask you what they do, but they don't want to like intrude. So I kind of see the person looking at me, and then I'll go after them. So in addition to that, I'm gonna actually have to take a lot of photos today. So my employee is off today, and that means I need to catch up on photos. It's Friday, so I need to get enough done for Saturday, Sunday, which would be 60 because I do 30 items per day. When it comes to doing the computer work for them, I usually do that at night whenever my young son is asleep and my wife is kind of chilled out for the night. So that's usually how I handle it. But in the meantime, we're gonna do any task that I feel like doing and think needs to be done. So we're gonna go ahead and get on that. There is somebody else I have to contend with. If you haven't been to the channel, you're gonna like this one. Hey buddy, what's up? How's it going? How have you been? Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. This is, and that's Ragnar. He's super excited. He shakes hair all over our floor, but we have a Roomba. So the Roomba takes care of that over there. Come on, bud. Hey, come on. Come on. So we leave Ragnar in the kennel because we're not brave enough to leave him out in the living room because who knows. But he'll be kenneled until my wife gets home for lunch. So probably like 2 hours so he can like take himself a nap. Hey, hey. Come on, come on. When you're running your own business, there are things that come up that you probably could do during the day but aren't really like beneficial to the business, which one would be putting these chairs together that my wife ordered. She got these 2 black chairs. She ordered 2 at a time. So these are the last 2 to fill out the dining table. They're really not hard builds, but it's just not something I'm gonna take on. I'll probably do it with my son when he comes home. I have a really young son named Seth. He's right over here. This is one of his early photos, but he's much chunkier now. So he's probably gonna give me a hand assembling that with whatever he can do. Hopefully he just doesn't like eat any of the wooden dowels or anything like that. But no, in all reality, I like doing things like that with him because eventually he's going to be the one doing all that stuff, and I'm not going to be doing that anymore. So I made a quick trip to the Goodwill in my local town. I only found 2 shirts to sell for eBay, and then I did find a mechanical keyboard that sells for like 35 to 50 bucks. It's called DOS. It looked really fancy. I typically don't pick up that kind of stuff, but I figured what the heck. It was right off to the side of like the checkout line. Somebody put it back because they obviously didn't think it was worth it to them, but for me, it's pretty easy. So now that I got this picked up, I'm probably gonna think about lunch, but it's still a little bit early. I do have to go downtown and start like my work. I did not network a whole lot. I did make a reel about the DOS keyboard. I'm trying to make a point to make more short form content and just kind of get used to doing it if you find something like a little unique, just to kind of get the word out there, get more viewers and maybe more of you guys come over to the channel. So yeah. So we're outside my storefront. I got the open sign. I got this little sidewalk sign here. And I really need to get like some advertisement pieces like the window perf on the front. But essentially I opened this store probably like a month and a half ago, and the idea of it is to get people to sell me items on, to sell me their men's items. Here's the front of it. And then it's pretty much like a buy sell trade store for my town. It's really set up though as like a photo station, a couple racks of clothes. You know, so not really like a buy sell trade store where you go and have like a bunch of clothes to choose from, but they could always look up my eBay store and then, you know, I can bring them those items if they want to buy those.
essentially I come here, I try to decide like what I need to do. So today the goal is 60 sets of photos. The way I do photos is right now I just hang them there. I do a set of photos. I got some videos on that, but when my employee's not here, I gotta do that task, and then I list the items later at night whenever I'm like watching a movie or chilling out or watching YouTube. Those are things that I consider like that I don't have to do, but I need to do, because if you keep listing new items every day, then you're gonna have sales every day as long as they're good items, and that's how I keep this business afloat. The rest of the stuff I work on is like building secondary businesses, YouTube, Amazon Influencer Program, and the keyboard that I bought, I tested that out just now and it actually works, but I think I'm gonna take the time to take the keys off and clean it. I know that's a bit extra, but it's kind of satisfying to pop keys off of keyboards and clean it. And then I may make like a little short about it just because I think it might be kind of fun. There's somebody walking outside. Maybe he's gonna come in. Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna get to that. And then I do have this sign I wanted to show off. So I end up getting this from Amazon. And it's in all this foam right here. It's Taylor Exchange, that's the business. And this is actually gonna go on the outside of my door because like I said before, or if I haven't said it, I'm saying it now, people have a hard time seeing like where the door is. So that's the street, and this is gonna go right here like off to the side to give people more of an indication of like where the store is so they can come in. But yeah, this is gonna be a great addition to kind of just get people to know like, hey, this is my door, come inside. Don't go inside like the main building. I'm right here on the corner with my own door. It's actually one of the only offices with its own door. That's why I chose this spot. When it comes to doing photos, I like them. I don't really love them, but I do watch YouTube and listen to YouTube. I like the Trash to Cash podcast. I like things that are like long form because it does take a while to do 60 sets of photos. That's pretty much what I got to do today. Now I'm gonna end up editing this video whenever I get tired of standing here doing photos, and then we're just gonna wrap this thing up. So coming full circle, whenever you're running a business on your own, you gotta do the things that are most important. You gotta do the things that make you money, and then you gotta do the things that are good for your body, for your mind, for your health, so that you can keep going, keep making money, and learning new things. It is important to talk to other people. It's also important to focus on what needs to be done so that you can make some sales and you can live a good life. So hope you guys enjoyed, and I'll see you next time. Bye.